Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Property Chef. I got such great feedback from the last real estate market update that I did with you guys that I said, we got to make this a weekly thing. It's got to happen every week. So let's pop open a screen share and take a look at everything that's closed in some areas and do it again. And we're going to drop this every week and keep you all informed on what's going on in our counties where we live. So all right, we're back on the MLS here. So first thing I'm going to do is pull up a unavailable search because that means we're looking at closed sales, right? And we're going to look at some houses and see what closed. By the way, we could do this search for co-ops and condos and anything you could think of, but for the sake of this video, we're just going to focus on some houses. And let's start with Suffolk County. And what I'll do is we're going to look at only the last week. So if it's the 30th, let's do from, well, I skipped a week. So let's do from the 16th until now. Wow, we got 464 sales. Let's just see. Are they all sold? Yeah, wow. Lots of sales took place in Nassau County in the last 2 weeks. So let's scroll through and take a peek. So it looks like we got a couple here in Amityville, Babylon, Bayshore, Brentwood had a lot. You know, Suffolk County is moving. Deer Park's got a bunch. East Northport, my goodness, look how many people moving out and into East Northport. A lot of rotation going on there. Hampton Bays got a good amount. Holbrook, too. Huntington. I mean, Huntington's humongous, so you can understand why there's a lot of movement, but this is a lot. And then you got Huntington Station right below it. Islip's got some movement. Lindenhurst doing a lot of movement. So here, let's pop into some of these properties and randomly we'll take a look here. Let's take something here. We have 26 Skilly Avenue. I had to pick the one street that I'm going to have trouble pronouncing, right? Property taxes are $12,869. This is a 3-bedroom, 1 full bath. Let's see what it looked like. So clearly it needs updates. We got mismatched floors here. We got older cabinets, Formica countertop. We got mismatched countertops. So like this is a house someone's going to buy and renovate. I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying as a realtor, someone's going to buy this house and renovate it. All right. So we got, wow, what is this? What is this? A wooden staircase step up. That's like, wow. All right, cool. Yeah. You see a lot of unique things in homes with being a realtor. I tell you that. Everyone's house is just so different, customized to them. Well, clearly this is a house that's going to need some updates going on, right? So here's the basement. That drop ceiling needs some help. All right. So they had asked for 469 right here. Then it looks like at some point they upped their price. Now this was listed for a while. I'm not too sure why, what was going on. Maybe there could have been issues where there was tenants because it says here DOM, days on market, is 177. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that it was overpriced because look, they asked for 469, then eventually they asked for 500 and they got 515. They got over what they asked for. This may have had an issue where they couldn't get access to the property. And because the length of time carried on, you know, comps change. Like if you have a listing active for what did it say, 177 days. So from October, what's the 10th month? Is that October? Yeah, so no, October's the 9th. No, that's the 10th month. Yeah, so October 25th up until it goes under contract April 20th. A lot of sales take place between now and then. And you have to constantly, as a realtor, just keep reevaluating what the comps are. And if you see that the neighborhood is going up while I'm actively listed, you should raise the price. You should raise the price. Now, something's up if the property is not moving, right? If something, but like under certain circumstances, let's say there was a tenant in there who was non-compliant, was not letting people in, maybe they weren't even paying, and then they finally left or they got removed or they got bought out or whatever the situation is. If that's the case and we couldn't get people in, then that's a great time to, you know, raise your price because you're like, okay, finally got access. But if it was something along the lines of like, you know, people got in and they just don't like it, I wouldn't raise the price at that point because then obviously you could tell it's overpriced. People wouldn't pay that if they didn't like the way it looked. Here's one in Northport. We've got taxes are $10,900, 4 beds, 2 full baths. And it looks pretty. I like that little balcony. in the front. You don't usually see that. Balconies are usually in the back. Beautiful. Beautiful home. Wow, I wish I had a listing like this. This is great. This is perfect for photos. I mean, I would have made my photos, I think, a little bit fancier because these still look like they were taken with someone's iPhone. This would have been a nice listing to put in like a magazine or something to feature, because this house is just beautifully decorated. It's beautifully set up. And let's see what we got shot of the backyard. Bathroom looks good. Let me see that backyard. Basements. Second kitchen. Okay, not much of a backyard. Backyard's kind of small. Look at that. A huge retaining wall holding back some of the land. So it's clearly on a hill. All right, cool. So this house asked for $779 and they got $755 all cash. Went down a little bit. 18 days on market, super fast. Awesome, right? Especially if it's a cash offer, sellers should jump on it. It's a smart move. There's no contingencies. That means there doesn't need to be mortgage approval. There doesn't need to be appraisals. There doesn't need to be anything but a clean title to the property. That's the value of a cash offer. Here's another one in Northport. We got 99 Sea Cove Road. Property tax is a big difference from the last one. This one's $16,952. 4 bedrooms, 3 full baths. You got a 2-toned exterior. Brick wall fireplace inside. It's very nice. Vaulted ceilings. Kitchen's beautiful. It's another great listing to have. This would be something that I obviously would imagine would sell super quickly. Can we get to the backyard? You want to see the property itself. Okay, so backyard is still, it's there. You got a lot of space, but it's looks like it's undeveloped raw land. So I mean, me personally, I would have to excavate all this stuff. I want a patio, I want a pool, and this is on a hill. These things wouldn't be possible for someone like me, but someone else may find this to be their perfect fit. This was on market 51 days. They asked for $925 and they went under contract at $950, sold at $950. So even though it was on market a long time, they still went over asking by $25,000. This person used a conventional mortgage. So pretty interesting how like you can almost just, you never know. Sometimes you're like, oh, it's been on the market, it must go down. Not necessarily, right? 12 Hallock Road, Patchogue. We've got total taxes, $13,182. 4 bedrooms, 3 full baths. Again, not the best quality of photo, but the house itself does look clean and livable. Kitchen's a little outdated. I think whoever comes in here would probably update this. It kind of, in my opinion, it looks like the Home Depot special. You get the cheapest cabinets, cheap countertop, and whatever. But that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. There are buyers who are particular and they look for certain, aesthetics and contrasts and color. And man, photos need work, man. Some of these realtors, they got to get nicer photos. Like it's so imperative. I hope I pull up a listing with beautiful photos and I can show you the difference. So here, this was original list price $629. Looks like they had to raise their price. They probably started too low after reevaluating some comps. They did $679, and then they accepted an offer at $675. 3 days on market. Fast. Someone must have saw this and said, this is exactly what I want, made them a high offer right away, and boom, that's it. Like they could also see, buyers can also see, by the way, the price changes on Zillow, on Realtor, on Redfin, all these websites. So you can see the price history of the property. So a buyer probably saw this, was like, look, I see they started at $629. They clearly wanted more than that. I'll give you basically just what you want. Just sell the house to me. And they did that, right? So they took the house, made a high offer real quick. Good stuff. Let's see what else we got going on here. I skipped a lot of stuff in the beginning. Let me go back so I don't leave you guys out. People in, oh, Kings Park, that's near me because I'm in Smithtown. Oh, baby, look at this beauty. Right down by Riviera Drive. Oh, my goodness. This is like a dream listing for me. 144 Riviera Drive, Kings Park. The houses on this block are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. They're all waterfront. And the flood zone, I'm pretty sure, is basically, it's either no flood insurance or very low flood insurance because the flood risk is super low. and you have the beautiful waterfront view. They almost look like bungalow houses. I know some of them are small, but some of them are big. And his kitchen is pretty unique. You know, it had those older, let me go back. Go back. We have these older, like, you know, 80s, 90s style cabinets, but I kind of like it. Kind of like it myself personally. And is that a grandfather clock right here? Look at that. Beautiful. Awesome home. That view is what you see every day on Riviera Drive. Like I'm telling you, this is a beautiful place to live. One of the best places to have a listing. My goodness. Unbelievable. Bedroom's a little small. Like this house is small. It's basically a bungalow house, but you kind of feel like you're on vacation every day living in a house like this. Basement's pretty small and tight, but whatever. It is what it is. We got a shot of the backyard. Let's get the back. All right, so we got a jacuzzi. Nice landscaping going on here with the pergola. Was this may be a barbecue in there or just a bar, but gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm telling you, if you live here, you'd probably feel like you're on permanent vacation. The only thing that stinks is that you really don't really have cell phone service down there. But anyway, 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths. This lot size is 100 by 109. So even though the house is small, the lot's pretty big. They asked for $799 and they got all cash $799. And check this out. They sat on market for 370 days. They sat on market that whole time, still got full ask price, even though it was an all cash offer. I'm telling you, it's an exclusive place to live. The people who live there are very fortunate and lucky. And I think they're smart. They're not going to let their house go in that location for less than what they want. So they just wait it out, right? Here's another one, 55 Night Drive. Oh, baby, this is what I'm talking about. This is more my speed. This is my speed because I like to have pool parties and to host. And look, we got a jacuzzi here. We got a big pool, big patio. This is the kind of house you want to catch me with. This is awesome. Wow, look at that. I love it. Let's see what the inside looks like. Oh, I love this. My father's an architect, and he did this in his home. He made these ceilings to look a lot more artistic and beautiful, just like this home. Instead of the standard, you know, flat ceiling there, they did like this. I don't know what you call that. Is it concaving? Is it concave ceiling? I'm not sure if I'm using the right word. Kitchen's nice and updated. Everything's beautiful, ready to go, move-in ready. Skylights in the living room. This is a kind of house that I would buy. Just put my phone on silent. Love it. So property taxes are $14,125. This is 5 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. They had asked for $799 and they got $900, $100,000 over asking. Let's go. Look at that. 12 days on market. That's incredible. I'm really excited for these people. God bless you. I hope they enjoy that. And guys, if you live in Suffolk County and you want to take a look at what the market's doing by you, just give me a call, 516-858-9434. And we can do this for every county because Remy Realty here, we work Nassau, Suffolk, Queens, Brooklyn. I got agents in my company covering all the boroughs, Nassau, Suffolk, Queens, Brooklyn, doing the same thing, pull up all the comps. And this is how we help you figure out what your house is worth, is I pull up all the available listings in your town. Like let's say you live in Ronkonkoma. We're going to pull up all the houses in Ronkonkoma and we're going to look at everything that's sold in that town for the last 6 months. And then we're going to get an idea of what your house is worth. And then we'll list it with beautiful photos, high quality photos, not like some of those other listings. And we're going to create a bidding war, make your property look awesome. So check this out. Nassau County's next. Again, I'm doing the same 2 weeks. There's 329 sales that closed in the last 2 weeks. Interesting, right? A lot of sales closed. And you know what else I noticed, which I should have brought up earlier, but I didn't? Some of these things, if you notice, like they went under contract October 23, sold, only just 2 weeks ago. So sometimes sitting under contract for, 6, 7, 8, 9 months, you don't know how long it could take. Sometimes it's quick and sometimes it's not. So it's just something interesting to point out. So here we got some activity going on here. Let's grab something in Baldwin. We got a nice Cape here, 4 bedrooms, 2 full bath, property taxes, $12,600. Decent sized backyard, nice property. All right, you got a good amount of land here. A lot of white. You got cream colored cabinets with the nice countertop. I mean, house looks beautiful. It's definitely clean, moving, ready. This is good quality photos as well. Nice listing. Very nice home. Very nice. This would be beautiful to list in a magazine as well. Very close to the water. Look at that. Master bedroom looks pretty big. Two huge closets, a sitting area, and then a king size bed. So that's pretty big. It's probably half the size of the house. All right, let's see. They've got 700 was the asking price. They moved their price up to 710, and then it looks like they dropped their price back down to 700. Interesting. Not too sure why the movement, but it took 78 days on market to get an offer. It looks like they went under contract. They went under contract on May 31st, and they actually went quick. Look, so the listing started February 16th. It took 3 months almost a full 3 months. Actually, a little more than 3 months, right? Because you got 15 days more. Basically, took some 3 months here to get under contract 5/31, then closed basically, almost 2 months later, which is pretty good. Pretty good, because some of those other people were sitting under contract for a while. You never know how it's going to go down. Awesome. Let's pick another town here. Let's pop into Bethpage. Hey, you know what? This is my listing. It closed. Hey, but I think I showed you guys this in the last video. But yeah, we closed. So I'm not going to use my own comp. Here, take another one. 377. You know what? I'm going to make this a little more simplified view so that it's not like information overload here. 3770 Windsor Drive. We got taxes at 11,645. Lot size 60 by 100, 4 bedrooms, 3 full baths. All right, nice looking house. Open there. You got that open wall. A lot of times this would be walled off, but they opened it up and put a handrail up, which looks nice. Kitchen's probably going to have to be updated by the next person. More than likely, people come in and update homes that look like this. You have a nice formal dining area. Overall, it looks a little tight personally, but I mean, this is what the average home in the Bethpage area kind of looks like. So there's really, nothing. Oh, you got egress. Oh, that's super valuable, guys. If there's one thing I would encourage you to do for your home that you think is going to add value to the home, egress, basement doors, huge value add, makes your home very, in demand. People love that for the obvious reasons. They want to, put a family member down there. So awesome. Wait a minute. This simplified view took out too much info. I'm going to try this one. There we go. Yeah. So I simplified it, took a lot of less data out of there just to make it easier to read. So we got listing here is 4-1. It started 4-1. I'm going back to the original. There you go. We already learned how to read it, so fine. So we got here, listing started 4-1, went under contract 4/24. So it was on market only 22 days here. So it was actually pretty quickly went under contract. They started at 699. They got 718,500. Very specific number. But hey, they got more than asked, right? Then they sat under contract for a little while and they closed 729.24. So congratulations to those new owners. Let's see what else we got going on here. Carl Place. You know what? Carl Place is kind of small, so there's not a lot of activity here. But let's look at this one because there's such a huge difference in the price. You got a nice big house here. Okay, got a nice porch. Let's go right to I want to find the kitchens, the bathrooms, because that's where all the value in the property is. Basically, kitchens, bathrooms, and size. Kitchen's updated. Nice, got a nice big sink going on here. I'm surprised they kept the white appliances because usually stainless steel is the thing. So someone probably come in and swap these out for stainless steel, but you got the nice backsplash, you got the nice hood. Kitchen is definitely considered updated. And it looks like it's open. It's open to the living room over there. Where's the dining room then? Or is there a dining room? Interesting. Maybe there's no dining room in this one. All right. Well, it's a nice looking home. And it was apparently very popular. Let me see. What's the backyard look like? Oh, so the basement's finished as well. Looks like they got a recording studio down there, which is cool. And the backyard's decent. Good, good sized space there. You got room to build a patio if that's your thing. It's got a pool. Good stuff. So the house looks like it's super in demand here. It's very hard to get a house in Carr Place anyway, because it's just a small town and there's not a lot of listings there. You got 4 beds, 2.5 baths, taxes are 15,183. They asked for 880 and they got 995. Wow, $115,000 over asking. That's incredible. 15 days on market, super fast. Just wow. You see what I'm saying? Some of these towns, they're like little gold mines because there's not much going on. Let's check out East Hills. Last sale I did in East Hills was in 22. So I haven't had a listing there in a minute, but still love this location. East Hills, the houses are very big and they're expensive. So here we got one. Let me see. This is 5 beds, 2.5 baths, 120 by 125, and your property tax is going to be 25,800. And let's take a look here. This kitchen, it's clearly on the older side. It looks like super white. The brightness is hurting my eyes. Super bright. But hey, you know what? Someone's going to swap this out, update it, make it look brand new. And God bless the new owner. Do your thing here. When you're buying East Hills, you're buying for location. The location's incredible, super close to the highway. You super exclusive community. It's very expensive to live there. I believe there's even public safety that drives around in addition to the police force. So you have like extra secure. It's like having private security for where you live. Super expensive. Amazing school district too. And let's see what the backyard looks like. Wow, look, you got a ton of property. Tons of property in an expensive area to live. So like I said, people are really, really buying for location. It doesn't matter that it's outdated. And the house itself has a lot of space. I mean, look, you walk in right here, tons of room, huge living room, official dining room. You got a hallway, a breakfast nook, kitchen. There's a laundry room off the kitchen, living room. Guys, it'd be great if every listing included a floor plan. Shout out to all my realtors who put floor plans on every listing. I do floor plans on every listing. Call me, we'll get that. And I'm actually now including virtual tours on all my listings. So that's pretty cool. So you can send that link out to people and they can walk through your house virtually. Anyway, so they asked for 1.78 and they got 1.65. So it went down. That's normal for over $1 million, over like 1.2 million to see something, drop down by almost 100 grand, kind of normal. So there's nothing wrong here. Days on market, 28 days on market. And God bless the new owners. Hey, look at this. This one looks like it's going to be new construction. Yeah, so this one wasn't even built yet. And they were going to build it. It's supposed to look like this. To be built, it'll look like that. Right? And they were selling it while they were building it. I'm sure it was going to be a monster house, huge. So there's 5 bedrooms, 5.5 baths. The lot size is big. They don't have the property taxes for it yet. They were asking 2.5 million to start. Then they dropped their price to 1.9. So it came down 500,000. That's how you know they started way too high. They also sat on market almost 2 years. So yeah, look, the listing started 8/30/22 and it closed only like a month short of 2 years. So it's pretty wild. They sat on market 661 days. And they had to drop their price significantly. And I bet you if we look at the history of this listing, and we can do this with any listing, guys, any listing you want to look at the history of, we can pull this up. It says here, let's see. So they started the listing at, what was the starting price? I think it was a 2.5, right? Yeah, 2.498 is the original list price. And then the town permit issue resolved. So they had to come off market waiting for some permits to be approved. Then they dropped their price here. Actually, it looks like they raised the price 2.84. Wow, they went up. And then Yeah, they went up 400,000. Incredible. Then they dropped the price to 1.98. They knew they were too high. Then they did some updates to the description, started selling the property a little bit more. 1.888. Changed the number a little bit, right? Now we got the cesspools installed here, right? Finally, it went pending. And if you look at these dates, like it started here 22, then it's edited in 23, then January 23, then July 23. Then, yeah, this is an extension here. So they extended the listing, made it stay longer. They re-signed the contract with the same realtor, extended the listing. Then you see here that they dropped the price to 1.98. Then in November 23, they added these descriptions. So you can see how long the process was and how many changes they had to make while they were going through the sale. So they finally got it under contract in June 24 of 24. So pretty recently. Yeah, so they went under contract recently and looks like they closed fast. So congratulations to those people. Let's see what else we got going on here. Farmingdale, 23 Meadowwood Lane. Farmingdale has gone up in popularity tremendously in the last 3 to 4 years. I mean, it's crazy. It used to be a place people were like, I don't really want to go to Farmingdale. To now it's like expensive and it's hard to get into Farmingdale. So pretty awesome how real estate can just swing and change at any time. Why is this picture blurry? Oh my goodness. We got to get some. There we go. Nice sharp quality photo. House itself looks kind of nice. I don't know if it's because I'm on Zoom that is loading a little slower with the pictures, but let's get right to the here. Kitchen. We got an island. We got some nice updates. Decent. Someone may still do some changes to this kitchen. Like I get the feeling new owners probably want to make this look a little more modern. But hey, it's move-in ready. It's clean. It's usable. You got a sitting area over there. House looks great. And let's get to the backyard. We got a pool with a deck around it. You have a nice sitting area. Yeah. Awesome property. Beautiful. 5 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. So they had originally asked for $799. Then they went under contract at $850, 50,000 over ask, and it was still a cash offer. 11 days on market. I'm telling you, Farmingdale has become exclusive. I really think that we can credit the changes to Farmingdale by the great people who have been running the town, because they have transformed Main Street into something spectacular with all the restaurants that are there now and the family-friendly environment that they created. Farmingdale's leadership has been incredible. So this is how that affects the property value for the owners. You can see that people want to live there. Garden City, whoa. I'm surprised to see this. Garden City with a pool. There's almost no houses in Garden City with a pool. The fact that this one exists just shocked me a little bit. Check this out. You got a nice big home. It's definitely older. That rug is probably expensive. Okay. Vaulted ceilings in the kitchen. You got the nice windows over there. These cabinets are probably going to be replaced. But hey, someone will like it. Wallpaper's definitely coming down. And it's got a pool. Like, that's the thing. It's in Garden City, it's like super rare to find a house with a pool. So this is super rare. I guarantee you it must have sold. It must have had a great sale here. Hold on. So property tax of $26,500, 5 bedrooms, 4 full baths, 200 by 100 lot. And it says here it asked for 1.68, sold for 1.6, 8 days on market. Super fast. I'm telling you, there's like no pools in Garden City. The fact that we see a house in Garden City with a pool, no wonder it goes off market in 8 days. But it sat on market. I mean, I sat under contract for a little while. But either way, no big deal. It sold fast, and they got pretty high on the number there, 1.6. When you're asking 1.68, that's pretty good. So what's going on in Glen Head? I grew up in Glen Head. I moved there when I was 12 years old with my parents. And, now I don't live there anymore. But I went to North Shore High School. So familiar with the area. We got a nice house here on Polly Lane. I have a friend who lives on Polly Lane. At least his parents live on Polly Lane. Got a nice, beautiful setup here. This is good flow from the living room to the kitchen. Photos are small. Come on, guys. Need better photos than this. Kitchen looks nice. The vaulted ceiling definitely helps with the feel of the home. All right, let's see what the backyard looks like. Can we get to the backyard? At least the pictures load fast because they're small. Wow, yeah. Graffitied wall there. Unfinished basement. Where's the backyard? All right, backyard needs some help. But anyway, nice place to live over here at Polly Lane. It's a really nice area in Glen Head. So they asked for 979 and they got 1.1. Wow. Huge increase. That's pretty awesome. Sold by my buddy John Langone. Of course, he's the king of that town. Days on market, 26 days on market. So it took a little while. It still got 100 grand more than they asked for. I mean, this is just incredible. What else we got going on here? We got something in Great Neck. Check out this home. But why is there no pictures of the backyard? Oh, I hate when they do that. What's the kitchen look like? Nice. I mean, it's beautiful, beautiful setup here. This is a nice, elegant home. Kitchen's beautiful. All right, so taxes are 18,600, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. 1.895. They sold for 1.9, so it went up 10 grand. 8 days on market. Wow. Super fast, sold right away. Guys, I'm not going to make you flip through every town, but if there is a town that you live in and you want to see what's going on in that area, I mean, you want to see what your house is worth, give me a call. We'll do this. We'll flip through all the towns in your location. Let's see what's going on in Queens. In the last 2 weeks, Queens has had a lot less sales than Nassau and Suffolk. We got 173, where Nassau and Suffolk, we got 600, 500 sales. So a lot less sales. And let's see what they were doing. Let's see what they were moving at. So we got a couple, only 3 in the story. Bayside coming on the table here. Look at this. I love Bayside. I had an apartment in Bayside and I stayed there for 4 years. It was awesome. Love, great place to live, especially if you're young and single. So let's take a look at some of these houses here. They're gonna be pretty big numbers in Bayside. So we got a monster house. This is like a Tudor here. All right, I'm exaggerating when I say monster house. They're not that big square footage, but the prices are pretty big just because of the location. Kitchen needs some help here. Come on, kitchen needs some help. I hope the new owner makes it look spectacular. But the rest of the house is nice, moving ready. It's just, you know, like a box that's waiting for you to make your changes and customize it and make it yours. Do we got a backyard? We got a little backyard. Small backyard going on back here. That's the front. We got a driveway. And looks like we got a small patch of backyard. Okay, not bad. Not bad for Queens. So this is a Tudor. It is 9,800 taxes, 3 bedrooms, 1 full bath with 2 half baths. They asked for 998 and they got 1.12. $130,000 over ask. Incredible. 12 days on market. Someone was like, give me this home. I'm telling you, man, real estate market's pretty wild right now. And then here's the thing. If they drop the interest rates in September like they're talking about doing, it's not going to get any better. If you're looking to buy a home, you better pull the trigger right now, get under contract, and hopefully you can lock your rate when they do the rate lock. If you got under, let's say you got under contract in the next 2-3 weeks, and they lower the rate in September, and you're, you know, under contract in that time period, you got super lucky because those house prices are going to skyrocket when those rate drops. It's not going to be fair for a lot of people out there. I don't know how they're going to afford it. So you see all this activity here in Bayside. You see 1.5, you know, sold for 1.49. We got 1.368 sold 1.28. So you can see when the houses are over $1 million, to see them go down is normal. So when you see them go up, It's pretty impressive. Someone really wanted to be there. What else we got going on here? College Point, 848 to 820. We got a 950 to a 870. That's a big drop. Wow. Let's check this listing out. So we got taxes of 5,698. It's a 2-bedroom, 1 full bath, 1 half bath. And it's a small lot size, 50 by 75. This house is probably pretty small square footage. It doesn't say the square footage on the listing, but I'm assuming that it's small. They originally asked for 1.1. They dropped their price to 965, then they dropped to 950, and they accepted an offer almost 100 grand less. Yikes. Whatever. Some people start too high. It is what it is. Some people think their house is worth way more than it is, and they have to find out the hard way. And a realtor will, help you sometimes learn the lesson just by listing it at what you want. And then when you're ready to accept reality, they're going to drop the price, and that's it. That's when the sale will take place. So look, I could tell right now, this is a small, tiny house. I mean, like, it's so tight. It's tight. I mean, you got the lot size was small, and then look, just 4 photos of the same room, and you can just tell that it's tiny. So the price was just out of control. I'm sure the rest of the rooms are small too. The whole house needs work. Like everything in here, I wouldn't call this move-in ready. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. All right. So unrealistic with the price, sat on market for a while, and then the big drops in asking price take place. So at least you got a nice driveway going on there, so you can get your off-street parking. A pool? Oh my God, I'm surprised you could fit anything in this property. It's so tight. All right, it is what it is. So we looked at the numbers right. Let's find another one. What's going on at East Elmhurst? I have a listing under contract there. Let's see what's going on here. My listing is 98th. So here's one on 96th. Let's see what this looks like. So this is 7,429. 4 beds. 4 beds, 2 full baths, 1 half, 40 by 100. No interior photos. You know what that means? Probably has got some issues there. But what's interesting about it is it asked for 1.2 and it sold at 1.2. 49 days on market. You know what? It's not my business really to comment on how some people practice real estate. Well, the only thing that runs through my mind is I say, like, there's no interior photos and you sold it at ask price, even though it sat on market for a while. Who knows? If it was really nice on the inside, maybe if you had some more photos, it could have gone for more. And, I don't know what the situation was. It could have been that it was, tenant occupied. No one could get in for a while. And finally people got in. They loved it. It's also a 2-family, by the way, which makes it extremely valuable. Even if it's in bad shape, it's still extremely valuable because people can live in one, rent out the other, and pay their, have the rent help pay for their mortgage. So that definitely retains value. But some more photos would have done better, for this listing. It's just my opinion. Anyway, what else we got? Let's get in there a little bit. Far Rockaway. Got a tiny house here on a 40 by 100 lot. Yep. Yeah. All the houses in that area are kind of small. They're all basically bungalows. My goodness, these rooms are tight. I'm not going to force you through all these photos. They're pretty small. 9,400 taxes, 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. They asked for 925 and they went under contract 785, sold 785. I can't believe. Wow. Went under contract 925. I'm sorry, ask price 925, sold 785. That is a 15% drop in the sales price. That I can't say I've ever seen that. So I don't know what the situation was. I've never seen that. I've been doing this 10 years. I've never seen that happen. Don't know what the situation was, but clearly it was overpriced to start with because people were not given that number. They were given something more like the 785 number, right? So, all right, guys. My name is Andrew Ragusa. Thank you for coming to my channel. Dude, if you like what I'm doing, please like, share, subscribe, the usual stuff. Help me get out there. Help me keep this growing. And if you live in Queens, Brooklyn, Long Island, and you want to figure out what your house is worth, we do this one-on-one with you together, go through the comps, and we'll come up with a price and figure out what your house is worth by looking at what your neighbor sold for. And then we'll get it sold. And I'll show you some neat tricks that we do to create a bidding war. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. By the way, new cooking videos dropping every Friday this month. So enjoy those.